Join me as I dive into some of the craziest tech reviews that might just blow your mind. We're living in a time where technology is evolving at a breakneck pace. From AI-driven devices to foldable displays, every month seems to bring a new leap forward. And while it's exciting, it can also be a lot. If you've ever found yourself scratching your head wondering whether the latest smartphone, smartwatch, or VR headset is really worth the hype, trust me, you're not alone. We're bombarded with specs, buzzwords, and launch events. It feels like tech companies are in a race to outdo each other. And sometimes they lose sight of what really matters: you, the user. That's why in this video, I want to talk about the gadgets and gear that aren't just impressive on paper, but actually improve your life. Because let's be honest, who cares about a teraflop if the thing can't even hold a charge through the afternoon? Let's face it, too often we get sucked into the allure of high-end specs, octa-core processors, retina displays, terabytes of storage, but we forget the basic question: is it easy to use? Is it reliable? Will it still perform well after 6 months? Here's a truth most tech marketers don't want to admit: specs alone don't tell the whole story. Sure, a phone might boast the latest Snapdragon chip and 120Hz display, but what happens when you actually use it day to day? Does it crash randomly? Are the menus confusing? Does it get so hot it could double as a hand warmer? The reality is that specs are only one piece of the puzzle. Real-life performance, the kind that affects your work, your downtime, and everything in between, matters so much more. Let me give you an example. I once tested a laptop that had all the right specs on paper: fast processor, high-res screen, dedicated GPU. But guess what? It had the worst trackpad I've ever used. Every click was a gamble. And don't even get me started on the speakers, which sounded like they were playing underwater. That's the kind of thing you won't find on a spec sheet, but it's exactly what makes or breaks your experience. Whether it's a smartphone, a smartwatch, a pair of earbuds, or a tablet, usability matters. Now let's talk about a device that does get it right: the X5000 smartphone. This phone has been making waves, and for good reason. It doesn't just look good, though let's be clear, it does look good. It feels like a device designed with people in mind. When I first unboxed the X5000, what immediately stood out wasn't just the sleek design or the bright edge-to-edge AMOLED screen. It was how intuitive everything felt. The setup process took less than 10 minutes. The OS didn't bombard me with ads or bloatware. And everything from facial recognition to app launching was fast. Noticeably faster than some phones twice its price. Let's talk about the camera, because honestly, that's where the X5000 really shines. We're not just talking megapixels here, though yes, it packs a 108MP main sensor. We're talking about intelligence. The AI on this phone adapts to your environment in real time. Indoors, outdoors, harsh lighting, low light, backlight, it knows how to compensate. In a side-by-side test with another popular flagship, the X5000's camera consistently delivered better contrast, more natural skin tones, and sharper focus, especially in low-light scenarios. One of my favorite features? The real-time scene optimization. It recognizes whether you're shooting food, pets, landscapes, or people, and adjusts accordingly. It's like having a mini photo editor built into your camera app. The X5000 isn't just smart behind the lens, its AI enhancements extend across the system. It learns how you use your phone and adapts over time. For example, it begins to predict which apps you'll open at what time and preloads them in the background for a quicker launch. It also adjusts screen brightness and performance based on your habits, helping conserve battery without you having to think about it. Speaking of which, battery life is one of the biggest pain points with modern smartphones. Most of us have learned to live with overnight charging and afternoon top-ups. But the X5000, it's a different story. With a 5500 mAh battery and intelligent power management, I was getting 2 full days of regular use. That's with Bluetooth on, Wi-Fi active, plenty of camera use, and some light gaming. Even with heavy usage, it held strong well into the second day. There's also support for 65W fast charging and wireless charging. And unlike some competitors, they include the fast charger in the box. Small win? Maybe. But in 2025, that's sadly become a rarity. Wireless charging may not sound exciting, but once you get used to it, it's hard to go back. The X5000 supports high-speed wireless charging, which means no more fumbling for cords at night or worrying about damaging your charging port. Just drop it on the pad and you're good to go. The build quality is another standout. It's got a matte glass back that resists fingerprints, thank you, and an aluminum frame that feels rock solid. It's also IP68 rated, so it can handle the occasional splash or unexpected dunk in the sink. Privacy is more important than ever, and the X5000 delivers. You've got facial recognition and an under-display fingerprint sensor, both of which work quickly and accurately. But what really impressed me was the software layer. The X5000 has built-in tools that notify you when apps access your camera or microphone. There's also a secure folder for sensitive files, and an AI-powered app lock that can detect suspicious behavior and automatically restrict access. The phone runs a custom OS based on Android 14, and it's refreshingly clean. No annoying bloatware. No duplicate apps. And best of all, the manufacturer promises 4 years of OS updates and 5 years of security patches. A commitment that puts many competitors to shame. Let's talk raw power. The X5000 is powered by the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, backed by 12GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage. It breezes through multitasking, gaming, 4K video recording, and editing without breaking a sweat. I ran several benchmarks, and while the numbers were impressive, the real test was how it felt to use. Launching apps was near instant, switching between tasks was fluid, and even high-performance games like Genshin Impact ran at max settings without noticeable drops in frame rate. So how does the X5000 stack up against the competition? Compared to the Galaxy S24, it offers similar performance and arguably better battery life. Against the iPhone 15 Pro, it lacks the deep Apple ecosystem, but makes up for it with openness, expandability, and a better price-to-performance ratio. And against budget phones, the X5000 punches far above its weight. If you're not brand-locked and want a powerful, well-rounded device that won't cost a fortune, this phone should be very high on your list. This isn't just a phone for techies or spec-obsessed geeks. The X5000 is perfect for content creators who need a reliable, high-quality camera and fast editing tools, students or remote workers who depend on battery life and productivity, travelers who need durability, dual SIM support, and offline translation, everyday users who just want a fast, easy-to-use phone that doesn't let them down. In a market flooded with incremental upgrades and recycled ideas, the X5000 stands out not because it reinvents the wheel, but because it perfects it. It's smart, powerful, well-designed, and packed with features that actually matter. And most importantly, it respects your time, your privacy, and your expectations. So what did you think of the X5000? Is it on your wish list? Or have you already picked one up? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing about your experiences with the tech I cover. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I've got more crazy tech reviews coming your way, including a hands-on look at the most talked about AR glasses of the year, and a roundup of the top underrated gadgets you've never heard of. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay curious, stay tech savvy, and I'll see you in the next one.